Hello everyone, I'm Margaret and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on the Feng Shui energies in houses for the month of March, the second month of the Water Rabbit year, which is from March 6th of 2023 to April 4 of 2023. These are the energies for the month, which means they're just temporary. So if you are sleeping or working in a room that does not have good energies for this month, then try to find another room that you can use. Again, this is just a short-term measure as the energy of the month is temporary, and these temporary measures will definitely help, especially if you're dealing with current health and financial issues. Okay? So here in this slide, you will see 9 grids, and you will find 2 numbers, the big numbers. The big number indicates the annual star, and the small number indicates the monthly star. Use a reliable compass to determine your house spacing and location and the different sectors. So as we move into March of 2023, we find the number 7 robbery or violent star flying into the center of the home, joining the number 4 scholastic or romance star, which you can see an increase in the robberies and thefts, and also a risk of being duped, of being conned. So competition is likely to heat up with lots of people vying for the same things, like how it is now with so many people losing their job and needing to find one to replace it as soon as possible, especially if they have a family to support. Now, two of these sectors will require strong remedies this month, and that is the East and North sector, with the number 5 yellow joining the number 2 illness star in the East, and the number 9 magnifying star with the number 3 argumentative star. So great care must be taken with health and outdoor and, of course, risky activities. If you do have your bedroom or front door in this sector, try to find alternatives for them if you can for this month temporarily. If not possible, then you are now aware of it, and you must be able to take take precautions and not take risks, and to take care of your health. Okay, take extra care of your health. Nevertheless, we can use this the rest of the beneficial areas more, and this will, of course, lessen the negative influences of the other negative sectors. So, for example, if the living room is affected by these conflicting energies, then try not to use the room, or try not to create any activities or loud music in the room for the month. And by keeping the area quiet, you would have successfully manipulate the effect of the energies. So use the good sectors also to solve some of your existing problems, whether they concerns relationships, health, or money matters. So let's briefly go through each sector's energy of the month in each of the sectors of your property. First up, let's look at the southeast sector, which has the number 3 and the number 6 stars, which is the heaven luck, and kind of activates the sectors for a smoother month. So the arrival of the number 6 star brings improvements in the luck of those in this particular sector. And nevertheless, it is also best to leave this sector as it is for the month. We sort of have a balance of elements with the annual and monthly stars energies, with the wood and the metal energy. Having a main door office here is okay, is good, it's beneficial this month, whereas a bedroom in this sector can cause some minor issues with your legs or throat and breathing, especially for the eldest male in the family. Generally, it is best to just leave this particular area as is for this particular month. Okay. Now let's look at the south sector, which has 8 and number 2 stars, and which kind of come out with a sum of 10 or a completion luck, but you still have to watch out for the illness star number 2. So the illness star number 2 joins the annual prosperity star number 8 to form a superstitious sum of 10 combination. This provides the occupants of this sector with enhanced completion and wealth luck, and it's a favorable time to start new projects and accumulate new assets, and particularly use this and use this particular sector. So as an Earth star flying into fire sector, so being the fire sector, though, the negative effects of the number 2 can be heightened and can be pretty harsh. So health problems involving the heart and the eyes are at a particular risk this month. So don't ignore medical symptoms or push yourself beyond your limits. Those of you with health issues or the elderly or those who are pregnant or sick should avoid using this particular sector as your bedroom this month. And if this is not possible, then you should also take precaution and and implement the cures. And if you're also sleeping in this particular sector, please try to sleep facing your personal Tianyi direction, okay? So we will need to introduce metal to weaken the monthly star, which will also kind of weaken the annual star, but it's safer to do this, right? Place your metal cures in this particular sector to minimize the negative influence of the number 2. And again, sleep facing your personal Tianyi direction if possible. For those of you spending a lot of time in this particular area, be careful what you eat, and it's probably a good time to take a look at your lifestyle and switch to probably a healthier one, okay? Now let's look at the southwest sector, which has the number 1 and the number 4, and this sector's combinations of stars bring a pretty excellent creativity and literary luck to its residents. If your bedroom or study is located here, good ideas and learning new things will come easily. A productive time for students, if they use this particular sector for upcoming exams. The number 4 relationship star can also infuse some sort of interactions and vibes, especially for those looking to make the right connection. There's also good romance luck as well. So if you do have some of the cures that you had from the last month, and if you don't want to move them, you can just leave them in this particular sector, as the metal will actually just, it will just be, will be good for the number 1 water star, okay? A door in this particular area is beneficial to the occupants, especially if they are in the travel or printing business. Also remember that the number 4 romance star can also bring in both wanted and unwanted romantic attention if there are poison arrows pointing at this particular area, okay? Let's go to the east sector, which has the number 2 and the number 5, misfortune star. So the 5 yellow pairs up with the annual illness star. Number 2 makes this an extremely afflicted sector for the month. The combination is indicative of violence and misfortune, which can be aggravated by stress and ill health. And because the number 5 brings obstacles with far-reaching consequences, its presence in this particular sector must never be taken lightly. So avoid, if you can avoid using this particular sector, that's be great this month. Avoid the excessive noise and activity in this area for this month. Renovations that include drilling, hacking, digging are a big no-no. So if you also have a main door here, try to find an alternative entrance to the house. If you have a bedroom here, and if you're pretty, if you're not in good health, really try to find another room so that you can sleep elsewhere, right? So remember this is just a temporary arrangement, and it would be worth the effort to put up with some sort of inconvenience in the meantime. And if you have to actually share a bedroom for this month, do so. It's not as if like you can't. And mind you, personally, we have actually done that when we, really needed to harness some of the good energies, and we just all bunk into one bedroom. Okay, and this is especially important again if the sleeper in that particular room in the east sector is not healthy. Okay, let's get on with the other sector. Let's go to the center of the house right now. It has the number 4 and 7 star, and with the 7 star flying to the center of the house, it threatens everyone, and meaning everyone is affected by it. So it can create the possibility of money loss, betrayals, and robberies. And honesty can be really a little bit hard to come by. So don't let your guard down, especially if you're in the legal, if you're doing something legal, and you kind of have to watch out for the fine print if that's the case. And the number 7 coupled with the number 4 can actually create infidelity and cheating, and those of you who are single should avoid starting anything new, probably delayed after this month. If you're currently attached, it is a good idea to pay more attention to your other half. So again, this area might not be so great for writers, artists, and students this month. If you do have a door or window in this particular sector, it is good to update any of your alarm systems, or even install one, right? Do not take risks, and it's wise to be cautious as you might be working with unscrupulous people. So again, this the energies in the center affects everyone in the home. So always review any legal documents carefully and look at the fine print. As I was saying earlier, the number 7 normally causes problems with people you know and who you think you can trust. So let's move on to the other sectors. Let's get on to the west sector this time. It's with the number 6 and 9 stars. While the West 2 have 2 auspicious stars in this sector, we should also not ignore the fact that it has the presence of the 3 killings and the Tai Sui, or the year breaker. Therefore, we need to keep this area calm due to this annual fictions. So avoid enhancing the number 9 as it will destroy the auspicious energy of the number 6. And avoid candles in this area. Remember that problems, again, are created in a sector that has poison arrows directed at it. So poison arrows such as lampposts, pylon, large corner of houses or corners of houses, sharp objects pointing at the particular area. So you can still spend some time in this area, but just remember to keep the activity down and the low noise level down as well. Occupants of this sector could actually enjoy good fortune with the number star 9, future prosperity star. So you can also spend some more time in this part of the home. The lack of this and the energy here also brings a rise in reputation and long-term success. So it's also a good time to plan ahead. And there's also good career luck. So those of you who are ambitious should harness the sectors of this sector's good energy by using this space. And couples whose bedrooms are in the west can look forward to a happy month filled with good relationships and love, right? So let's move on to the northeast sector, which is the number 7 and 1. Now the number 1 victory lock flies into this particular sector and weakens the energy of the number 7 annual star. Now by activating this area of your home, and that is by using it, or as probably as an office or study room or activity room, then you can actually cultivate or harness the good energy of this particular sector. Now this area belongs to the middle sun, so if he's unhealthy, renovating and doing major refurbishing could actually cause problem for him. Okay, so because this area belongs to the middle sun, and that can be a problem if you do something, especially, and that is because the number 7 is there too. Okay, now the victory luck does enhance the good prospect for the residents of this of northeast facing homes as well, and northeast rooms this month. While the number 7 brings some sort of competition, stiff competition, you have every chance of gaining a good lead. So don't be intimidated by the underhand tactics of others. As long as you put in the hard work, good results will follow. Now the thing to do here is to give everything your best shot. Okay? Let's go down to the north sector, and which is afflicted with the magnified conflict chi energy. The quarrelsome star number 3 flies into this particular sector, bringing with it some inauspicious energies that can cause misunderstandings and arguments, and it can get out of control, especially with the number 9 magnifying or all these issues. So lawsuits and violence can actually quickly happen. So it is actually best to keep this area of the home, or if you have an office or activity room, keep everything quiet for now. And when I said the sector, it means inside and outside your property, so no digging, no whatever outside as well. If you do have plants and wind chimes of any kind and bells in this sector, then it would be wise to remove them. Okay, so again, remove all plants, wind chimes of any kind, and bells. Do not hang any metal wind chimes, as it will just worsen the negative energy. Okay, calm the arguments, vibrations from the number 3 with a light or a red carpet or rug. Now, if the north is where your front door is located, there's a likelihood of big quarrels within the household. And couples who reside in the north are advised to be more patient with each other. Okay, let's get on to the northwest sector. Now, the northwest sector has the number 5 and the number 8 prosperity star, kind of balancing out the misfortune energy of the number 5, and both of them are also earth element stars. So cash flow can improve, and you can find it easy to generate some sort of joy in your life. And if you are the patriarch of the home, this is good fortune also extends to those also under your care as well. But because the annual number 5 yellow joins the number 8, both again being earth element, then this sector is difficult to enhance, because you can't just enhance one star without enhancing the other, both being of the same element. Therefore, it is best to just leave this area as is without enhancing either, without enhancing the area. Okay, and therefore, if you do have any metal cures that are in place for the year, just leave them there where they are, because it's there for the whole year. The cures that you have there is specifically for the whole year, for that particular year, because the annual number 5 is in that particular sector. The patriarchs, because the northwest is the patriarch's sector as well, should also be careful with their health and finances. And it is actually a good time for the residents of this sector to take your romantic relationship to the next level. Now, while wealth is in the forecast this month for this area, one should not be overworking, as this can of course cause health problems, especially if you have an office or bedroom here. Stress, like high blood pressure or kidney problems can actually happen or arise. Okay. Now, to summarize this month's energies, with the Lost Star or Robbery Star flying to the center, it dominates the whole chart. So that being the case, you have to be a little bit more aware of robberies, money loss, violence, and betrayals. Especially with people you think that you are, or you trust, they may turn out to be the one that actually betray you. Okay. East and North are badly afflicted this month, so best if you can find other sectors to use. And the South brings completion luck, but be aware of the fact that the illness energy of the number 2 star is present. The month of March sees, there's also, with the number 7 in the center, there's also a chance of the risk of duplicity. And because of the fact that there are probably a lot of people vying for the same things, and competition can also, heat up, right? So then, the likelihood of betrayals and relationships breaking down will be pretty high. The 2 sectors that, as I said, that require strong remedies are the North and the East. And if any one of these is where your main door is, then try to be more careful. And if likewise, if you have a bedroom in this particular sectors, again, use other sectors or other rooms if at all possible, and place the strong metal cures in the East. So on the opposite spectrum is the most auspicious sectors, which are the West and Southwest. So you can use these particular sectors more, plan your activities around these parts of the home, generate the flow of good chi. And so this is the areas where you should actually be using more to kind of subdue the negative energies of the afflicted areas. So again, I have to stress the fact that in 2023, you have to remember that the 3 annual afflictions are still where they're supposed to be. The 3 killings are in the West, which occupies the 90 degrees of the West, which is kind of the whole part of the West. The Grand Duke is in the East, which occupies 15 degrees, and and the sweep pole or the year breaker is on the opposite, which is in the West, and which also occupies 15 degrees. Now, as I mentioned in my other video, there are precautionary measures to take when you're looking at these 3 annual afflictions. And check out that video where I talk about the 3 killings, the Grand Duke, and the sweep pole. Okay, so I hope you've been able to get some insights on what the month of March has in store for everyone, and in your property. And it is actually good that we can determine the flight of these stars, enabling us to take the necessary precautions to remedy any of the negative sectors, or enhance and maximize the positive energy of the good ones. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.